roll A, take A.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Rachel Freeberger.
And I'm Stephen Newman.
Schools in West Virginia have been closed for 5 days, and it's not because of snow. On Thursday, February 22nd, schools closed for the first day of a 5-day teacher walkout. A West Virginia teacher says schools will be reopened Thursday, March 1st. Newsfeed reporter Rachel Anderson has the story.
Teachers left their desks on Friday and ended up here on a highway in Bluefield, West Virginia. For the first time in decades, schools in every county in the state of West Virginia are closed. Teachers have had enough and they're taking a stand. On February 22nd and 23rd, schools in each of the 55 counties in West Virginia were closed for a teacher walkout.
This will not affect academic instructional time for our students because we will make those days up on May 31st and June 1st of this year.
The West Virginia legislature controls state teachers' pay and benefits. They were promised a raise in the years leading up to 2019, but teachers like Faith Workman aren't convinced that that will happen.
The rolling walkouts have started, and then the work stoppage this week. They have passed 2%, 1%, 1%, which is less than the proposed 5% that they want to give us. The teachers, however, are not satisfied with that.
One thing giving them hope, all these car horns.
And to see the support from the public that for some of us, we felt like we would not get a lot of public support, but to see people come out, bringing things to teachers on the line and honking, waving, saying they're supportive, for us that makes a world of difference.
Reporting in Bluefield, West Virginia, I'm Rachel Anderson for the Newsfeed.
Sustainability can start with something as small as using reusable grocery bags while shopping at Kroger, and can be as involved as composting your own material. Newsfeed reporter Samantha Smith has more on this story. Samantha?
Thanks, Rachel. With climate change being a hot-button topic, sustainability has slowly started to become a trend on some college campuses, especially here at Virginia Tech. The concept of sustainability can seem daunting, especially to college students. For students, becoming sustainable can be a collection of small actions. Some of these small actions can include using a reusable water bottle, taking public transportation to and from campus, eliminating the use of plastic bags, or even taking notes on your laptop to save paper. For those who want to learn more, the Virginia Tech Office of Sustainability and Sustainable Blacksburg have classes that are geared towards helping students transition to a more sustainable lifestyle. Wondering how to jumpstart your sustainable lifestyle? Visit the Sustainable Blacksburg website at sustainableblacksburgva.org or the Virginia Tech Office of Sustainability on Facebook or on campus. I'm Samantha Smith. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Samantha. In other news, in the wake of recent mass shootings across the country, gun safety has been a big issue in America. With students at both Virginia Tech and Blacksburg High School recently being found with guns on campus, draws up the question, what actually are the laws about having guns on campus, and what is the general opinion on them? Newsfeed reporter Ian Andrews has more on this story.
In light of recent school shootings in recent years, gun control has become a big issue across America. Currently, there are no federal laws in place against having guns on campuses. It is all dependent on what the state thinks. Many states across America lack proper laws protecting students against firearms in schools. This leaves both students and members of the community with a feeling of uneasiness.
I'm honestly surprised because, especially with the recent mass shootings all over the U.S., it makes me kind of uncomfortable to know that anybody can have rifles on my campus. It does make me a little bit uncomfortable just knowing that there is no law protecting us.
In Virginia, all kinds of guns are prohibited on K-12 schools, but Virginia is one of 12 states that forces public universities to allow concealed carry of guns. This makes some wonder why anyone would need a gun on a school in the first place.
I
I don't think we should have guns on campus because there's no real reason for having them on campus unless you feel like threatened by somebody coming at you with another gun, but that rarely happens, so I don't really think they should be on campus at all.
This is Ian Andrews reporting for the newsfeed.
Virginia Tech revealed a $225 million plan for Pamplin College of Business's Global Business and Analytics program. The plan includes 4 new buildings on the Blacksburg campus, including 2 academic buildings and 2 live-in learning residential communities. The 2 academic buildings in the plan are expected to be roughly 100,000 square feet each. Construction is estimated to be underway by 2020 and finished by 2023. Current plans show the university will request roughly $70 million in state funding and strives to raise an additional $70 million through private fundraising.
The private fundraising is where we come in. So PRISM is in charge of this video where we're able to kind of convey why this building is so important, to the students, to the faculty, and to various organizations on campus.
PRISM, Virginia Tech's student-run interdisciplinary ad agency, has been working with Pamplin for the last 7 years on various projects. PRISM will continue campaigns to assist Pamplin in the outreach for private fundraising until construction of the plan begins in 2020. Just ahead on the newsfeed, see how a sophomore at Virginia Tech is using his abilities to create and inspire others.
That story and more after this break.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the newsfeed. I'm Stephen Newman.
And I'm Rachel Freeberger. As temperatures warm up, Hokies are heading outdoors. You might see them hanging up hammocks, getting some homework done, or playing an instrument or two. Among those students is sophomore Andrew Young, a musician with a unique ability. Newsfeed reporter Rebecca Choate has more on this story.
Andrew Young, A-N-D-R-E-W-Y-O-U-N-G.
This is Andrew. He spends his free time writing and playing songs on his guitar.
Really delicate, like.
He's got friends and fans like Jordan, whom he's known for a decade.
Like I said, we hung out more and more, and I found out that he plays like instruments. So he played guitar, and he played drums. He actually taught me the basics of drums.
But he also prides himself with getting to know the people in his audience.
100 people is 100 experiences, 100 stories. And just as I would want people to hear mine, I want to hear theirs.
And what story does Andrew share? The medical term is congenital amputation. While Andrew was in utero, something wrapped around his arm, preventing it from growing. And when it came time to try out music, his hand became a wristband. His guitar pick, the end of an old spoon.
When you have an instrument and you're playing it, you're really in a position, I guess, of a lot of influence. You can really have a direct impact on people's emotions in a lot of ways.
When asked about his impact on other kids without a hand, or a leg, or an arm, Andrew says no excuses.
I try to live my life and do everything I can to the best of my ability, but I also want people to know that just if I can do things, you can too.
There are definitely times where me or my mom even will forget that he has one arm because he's just so adept without having one. He's an amazing person.
In Blacksburg, this is Rebecca Choate reporting for the newsfeed.
The Virginia Tech nutrition staff has developed a body-positive workshop for female athletes. This will promote how these athletes stay healthy and perform at their highest potential. The purpose of this workshop is to optimize energy by making positive changes to the way athletic women think and feel about their bodies. Learning how to break poor eating habits, receiving the proper amount of exercise and sleep, and discovering ways to respond to negative behaviors are among some of the many benefits this workshop has to offer. The Spirit Squad team nutritionist and dietetics major Kimber Rosinski gives us her insight on the workshop.
Body Positive really helped my team because I think a lot of us don't necessarily have a background in nutrition, and people don't understand the implications of not having a healthy lifestyle when it comes to practicing.
The Body Positive workshop is working to expand amongst all sports at Virginia Tech. For more information, visit hokiesports.com/nutrition.
A local set of brothers are starting to make quite a name for themselves, taking a YouTube channel from an idea to a hobby and now to a full-time job. The Super Carlin brothers are becoming a viral sensation right in our backyard. Newsfeed reporter Ryan Dye has the story.
3, 2, 1. Hey, brother!
For a large segment of internet users, Jay and Ben Carlin, more affectionately known as the Super Carlin brothers, are a hidden treasure. The duo of brothers have amassed a YouTube following in excess of 1.5 million subscribers, all while being based in nearby Roanoke, Virginia.
Also pretty advantageous living in an area like Roanoke for YouTube, because like our salary or our income is not based on like where we live at all.
The origins of the channel were simple. Using a template he had found in another YouTube channel, Jay recruited his younger brother Ben to join him. After hundreds of uploads with mild success, the channel released a video titled The Pixar Theory. Soon after, views began to grow at an exponential rate.
And all of a sudden, it was just like, you know, you would wake up the next day after hitting upload and it'd be 15,000 views, 20,000 views, 50,000 views, and it's like, what is happening?
While still working a normal job at a local concert venue, Jay can still remember the moment he decided to take the plunge into YouTube full-time.
Once we had switched, it was like, this is like some pretty good extra spending money for the weekends.
Right.
And then it was like, I'm out earning my current salary, so I quit.
As the Super Carlin brother brand continues to grow, Jay and Ben know exactly what direction to go in next.
I guess the goal is to expand our workforce so that we can create more things.
Yes. 3.
Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Ryan Dye.
That'll wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed. If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com, and as always, you can also connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'm Rachel Freeberger.
And I'm Stephen Newman.